Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is MichelleAna. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you have been here for a while and you've already subscribed, welcome back, sis or bro. In today's video, I'm gonna be basically talking about how to make a temporary space feel like a home. When you call somewhere home, it's somewhere where you feel like you can lay your head restfully, you feel comfortable, you feel inspired, you feel at home. Like your home should be somewhere you feel welcomed. And so today I'm gonna show you guys how I turn my one room here into something that feels inspiring and a healthy environment for myself. And I say temporary space because there's so many people that find themselves in these like transition seasons, whether it be someone who's in the military who is single, or even college students, or anyone who may find themselves in kind of like the same position as me, where it's kind of like, okay, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, but while I'm here, I'm gonna make it feel like home. So if this is something that you guys are interested in, just keep on watching. So in the first part of this video, I'm just gonna be showing you guys around my room. I'm gonna be showing you areas where you can save some money and areas that I have saved some money. So as soon as you enter my room, all you see is just brightness. Like I love bright spaces, whether it's small or large. I just love good lighting. Like natural lighting is literally the best and it's everything. I love the feeling of waking up to bright lights. Now that's not everybody, but it's definitely me. And I wouldn't call myself a minimalist, but I definitely love just to keep everything minimal. I think that minimalists carry so much weight to it because they literally can live on the most simplest things. And I'm not that simple or I'm not that minimal, but I could definitely work out some things with the basics. So I definitely have statement pieces like my little faux fur rug that is a circular shape. I actually got that from Target. Also, before I forget, make sure that you guys take a look in the description box below so that you guys can kind of see if it's available or any of these things are available online or in your area. I'm gonna do my best to try to find all the things. So of course, when you first come in, you see the rug. It adds a very feminine touch to the room. I like to add like these little statement pieces that really tie in the simplicity of the room, because obviously I have white comforters, I have white pillows, and then like these velvety TJ Maxx pillows with this like champagne kind of color really make it feel like grown girl, you know what I mean? Like, oh, she's grown. Like, it's a velvety material, and they were actually super affordable. I think the pair was $16.99 if I'm not mistaken, and obviously I got it at TJ Maxx. And like I said earlier, the rug I got it at Target. I think it was like $24.99. And the comforter, I literally just got the comforter. I didn't get any set because I had already had white sheets at home, so I kind of just used what I had and bought it with me. And then obviously the pillowcases I already had as well. So repurposing a lot of the things that you may currently have will definitely help you to save money. All you gotta do is add a couple of new things into your space and it'll literally feel new. Even with the way the bed is positioned. When I first came in here, the bed was positioned against the wall this side, and so I ended up taking out the bed frame and putting it against the wall. Also, depending on where you're moving, in my situation, the house was already, like the owner was already in the house and she happened to be a friend. And yes, I do have a roommate, which is why I'm only doing my room tour, because you know I want to be definitely conscious of our space and her space as well. So, but the good thing about that is that, you know, take advantage of the things that they may not need that they're offering you to have while you're staying or while you're living there. And so in my case, it would have been ridiculous to either one, try to find and purchase a mattress for however many months I was going to be here, or two, try to move my mattress from back home, which I love so much, it's from IKEA, and try to haul it down here. So I said I'm just going to use what she has, what I can use, and then go from there. So I ended up moving the bed around, taking out the frame, kind of creating like my own frame situation. As you see, I have the Hobby Lobby canvas, and it says and above all else, love. And it has like the gold accent love, and then it also has like the gold heart. I just love that thing. Oh my gosh, you guys know that loveMichelleAna has love in front of it, and it's because everything that I share on my platform, on my channel, I want it to come from a place of love. So if you didn't know the backstory on that, that's the backstory on that. And the two little frames on the sides of it, those are actually thrifted. They were probably under $1 and they came together, which brings me to my next point. Don't be afraid to go to the thrift store for furniture or little accent pieces. Like, it's so fun to add little pieces like that to your walls or to your bathroom or whatever the case is. And I was even thinking about adding greenery in the middle of them, but for now this is what we have and this is what we're working with. So thrifted frames under $1. I'm here for it. Then as you kind of pass along through my room, you see a mirror. That mirror is actually, it was here already. That is great because one, it does a dual job, right? So it's covering the little electrical box thingy, but also it's serving as an actual mirror where I can kind of check myself before I leave my room and leave the house or whatnot. And then also on the walls, just to add a little bit of element of like fashion and like a little bit of decor as well. I actually do this at home too, but I hung my hat and I use like the command strips. Using those command strips are so important because I basically am able to not destroy the wall, and I can kind of interchange where I want to put these things. And so with this command strip, I ended up adding an element of personal style, and it also serves as decor as well. So I just hang my jean jacket up there, and then I hung my hat. Also just a little wall art for you, you know what I mean? It just adds a little bit of character. And then moving on right along, I have like my lighting in a corner. I have my desk right in front of the window, which I love because I could just like look outside every so often as I'm on my computer. This desk I actually got for like, I think under $40 at IKEA. I'm gonna see if I can find it and I'll link it below. The first plant, that actually I got it at Trader Joe's, and it's supposed to be like a purifying plant. I forget the name of it, but you only literally water it once a month, and I miss my plants back at home so much. Like, I cannot wait to see my plants. Is that weird? Like, I just love my plants so much. And then the little succulent guy right next to him, he's actually fake. I got it at like I think it was Target, and it was like clearance, and it was like $3. So one, you're adding an element of plants, of greenery to bring life into your space. That's also a way to make it feel homey. Like, your temporary space, add some plants in it. But if you're someone who really doesn't know how to take care of plants, just get fake plants for the time being so that at least your space feels a little bit more like lived in a good way. Then we have a candle going. I love me some candles. I think I got that one at TJ Maxx, if I'm not mistaken. Under my desk, I actually use this space just to eliminate clutter and not have like bookshelves everywhere, because I love me some books. I did not bring all of them from Jersey. I left a ton of things back home, but I have a select books and journals underneath my desk area. I felt like it worked perfectly there because it just kind of created this condensed space of like, okay, that's the working space. That's where she kind of houses her things. And so I have my journals, some books that I'm reading, and then in the basket, which I also thrifted, baskets, there are a ton of baskets at thrift stores. You can use them for practically anything, for feminine products, for like right now I have like some cables in there. I have my daily journal that I go for and my little devotional that I'm reading right now. And like literally I just get up, grab it, and journal away. And so I just love that it's there. It's in a cute little basket. And then of course I have my little plaque for 100K. And then I like this little like random little storage area underneath the desk thingy, like where my glasses are and sunglasses. It just kind of gives a little bit of element like, oh, it's like floating, but it's not really floating. One of my favorite pieces in the room is this thrifted chair. Oh my gosh, it was $5 at the GoodWill store. I love this thing. Of course, I cleaned it like several times before actually using it. And then this throw over, which I got at TJ Maxx for about $20. And then we're gonna shift over to the productivity wall. This is where I try to stick where my new videos are gonna be, things that are happening in my calendar, new blog posts, IG post inspiration, and then of course, filling up your space with things that affirm who you are. Oh my goodness. Like, for example, the one on the wall says, "The world needs what you've got." I'm constantly seeing that. I'm constantly feeding myself that. And it just feels good to look up and see something positive when you wake up. And then the next wall that I'm shifting you guys over is pretty much like my DIY wall. I pretty much made that wall what it was because obviously it wasn't there. And so I love string lights. So I kind of created like a box situation and then grabbed some corkboard paper rolls thing from Hobby Lobby. It was like under $10, I believe, the roll that I got. Cut it up, made it into this long like wall. The point of the wall is like a goals wall, but it kind of ended up being like a wall filled with like Bible verses and another wall of just kind of like affirming myself. So for example, I have "I am debt free," and then I have like "Who I am in Christ," and then I had to flip the kids, my nephews and nieces, pictures over because it said their school names on it. So that's why those pictures are flipped over, but typically they are flipped the other way to show their beautiful faces. And then on the side of it, I had like this little thing that I created. I don't know, I had it in my mind to just pin pictures all over those strings or whatnot. So I have to actually still print pictures out. I've only been here for a few weeks, so I still have a couple of things that I just want to add. And time flies, guys. It's actually been like a month now that I kind of look at it and look back. I'm like, wow, really? A month already? Sheesh. And now we're shifting right on into my closet. This is one area that I like to keep organized. I like to keep in order because the reality is we never know when our time is up in a place. I've lived a military life, right? So I feel like this is more so for the military families. Like, you have to make sure that you are organized so that when it comes down to like, you gotta go, you don't have to feel like you have to like go through all this clutter. And so decluttering a lot of things, getting rid of a lot of things, and just cleansing and detoxing your closet, detoxing the things you don't need, maybe put them in storage if you can. And I think that helps me to not only just stay organized and in order, but to really realize like, wow, like I really don't need a lot of things. I think that sometimes we tend to just keep things out of habit and we just tend to hoarder. Am I saying that right? Hoarder things, and we really don't need a lot of things. So I use a command strip to hang some of my bags. Up top, I've got like a lot of these little organizational little things that I got from IKEA. And then I have like my daily pillow that I use and my blanket also up there. And then my clothes are pretty much coordinated. I try to keep it coordinated. And then my shoes, the basket that you see is actually thrifted as well. And so I kind of just throw my everyday sneaker things in there. And then I got like a few pair of heels. Like, I really don't have a lot of things here. And then because I'm traveling, like I literally have already packed, and this is kind of like what's left. I really didn't pack a lot because I have a whole lot of clothes, like I said, back in Jersey. So I really didn't take a lot of things with me. But as I'm here, I'm kind of just working with what I have in my closet. But keeping it organized is so key for me. And these things really help, like these little pocket things and the little racks on top. It really helps me stay in order, stay organized, and know where everything is. So that's pretty much my room. That's my little room tour, and also just areas to be able to save money, especially for those who are kind of like in a temporary situation, but really still want to make the best out of it and want to make it feel like a home. I feel like these tips throughout the video that I kind of shared will help. So if it's anything that you take away from this video, is trying to make your temporary situation, your temporary space feel like home is so important for your mental stability and just like overall experience, because you don't want to be living out of boxes, or you don't want to really be living out of suitcases, depending on your situation. That may very well so be the case. I feel like all of this being said, it really helps with your mindset, and it helps you just live in peace. Like, you don't gotta worry about, oh my gosh, where's what, where's that. Make sure that you keep the little boxes of like the iron and the toaster and the coffee maker and things like that, so that when you have to move, just put it in that box and keep it moving. But like I said, most importantly is that you live in an atmosphere that cultivates peace. Because if you don't feel peaceful where you are, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be productive, and you're just not going to feel stable and at home in your temporary space. So that's all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel for the next video. The next video is going to be a vlog, and I may or may not be home. I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.